Lily, a 16-year-old girl, introspective and artistic. Mark, Lily's stepfather, in his late 40s, generally friendly but with a troubling side. Lily sat on her bed, surrounded by art supplies. The soft glow from her desk lamp cast shadows across her room, where unfinished sketches hung on the walls. As the clock ticked closer to 7 p.m., she decided to change into something more comfortable for dinner. She closed her bedroom door, seeking the privacy she craved. As she changed, Lily felt a sense of freedom, the gentle fabric of her clothes brushing against her skin. She lost herself in thoughts about her art, imagining the colors and shapes she would paint next. Just as she pulled on a soft sweater, the door creaked open. Startled, Lily turned, her heart racing. Mark stood in the doorway, his expression unreadable. "I thought I heard you in here," he said, attempting a casual tone. "Can't you knock?" Lily snapped, her voice tinged with anger and embarrassment. Mark stepped inside, the door swinging wider. "I didn't mean to barge in, just wanted to see if you were ready for dinner." Lily's stomach knotted. She felt exposed and vulnerable, her cheeks burning. "I'm fine," she replied sharply, trying to shield herself from his gaze. Mark lingered for a moment longer than necessary, and she sensed a shift in his demeanor, something unsettling beneath the surface. After a few awkward seconds, he nodded, backing out. "All right, I'll be in the kitchen." But the moment had shifted something in their dynamic. As Lily sat back down, her heart raced, not from embarrassment alone, but from an instinctual fear. She tried to shake it off, focusing instead on her sketchbook. But the line between safety and discomfort had been irrevocably blurred. Dinner was strained. Mark made small talk, but Lily barely responded, lost in her thoughts. Her mother, oblivious, laughed at Mark's jokes, while Lily pushed her food around her plate, feeling the weight of the unsaid. After dinner, Mark offered to help her with her art supplies. "You've been working hard, Lily. I'd love to see what you're creating." The words sounded innocent, but they twisted in her gut. Lily hesitated but agreed, hoping to regain some control. They settled at her desk, but every time Mark leaned over to inspect her work, she felt a creeping discomfort. His presence loomed, a shadow over her creativity. Finally, she couldn't hold it in any longer. "Why did you come in earlier? You scared me." Mark paused, his eyes narrowing slightly. "I just wanted to see how you were doing, Lily. You're growing up so fast." The underlying tone sent chills down her spine. In that moment, Lily recognized the complexity of their relationship. He had always been kind, but there were boundaries he had begun to blur. With each passing day, his interest seemed to deepen in ways that made her uncomfortable. Feeling the urgency of the moment, she stood up, creating distance. "I need some space. Please respect that." Mark's expression shifted, a flicker of annoyance crossing his face. "I'm just trying to help you, Lily." Retreating to her room, Lily felt the walls closing in. She grabbed her phone, her fingers trembling as she typed a message to her best friend, Emma. "Can you come over? I need to talk." Within minutes, Emma arrived. The relief of her friend's presence filled the room. Lily poured out her feelings, recounting the incident and her growing unease. Emma listened intently, offering validation and support. The next day, after a sleepless night, Lily knew she had to confront the situation head-on. She approached her mother, her voice steady but filled with anxiety. "Mum, I need to talk about Mark." Her mother's expression shifted, concern etching her features. "What's wrong, sweetheart?" Lily hesitated but took a deep breath. "I don't feel safe around him anymore." She recounted the earlier incident, feeling the weight of her words. Her mother's face paled, and she immediately took Lily's hand. "I had no idea. We need to address this together." In the following weeks, Lily and her mother sought counseling. They created a safety plan and communicated openly, rebuilding the trust that had been threatened. Mark's behavior was monitored closely, and boundaries were set. Slowly, Lily began to reclaim her space, her creativity returning as she painted vibrant colors on canvas, symbols of her resilience. Months later, as she sat in her room sketching under the warm afternoon sun, Lily felt a sense of peace. She had learned to trust her instincts and to speak her truth. While the road to healing was still ahead, she knew she wasn't alone. In her heart, she carried the strength to protect herself, knowing that vulnerability could coexist with courage. The shadows of the past would always be there, but she was determined to step into the light. Lily sat at her desk, the morning sun streaming through her window. The vibrant colors of her latest painting filled the canvas, a depiction of a serene landscape. Each brushstroke was a testament to her healing journey. She felt empowered, her art becoming a form of expression and liberation. Her phone buzzed and she glanced down to see a message from Emma. "Want to hang out after school? I found this cute cafe." Lily smiled, replying with an enthusiastic yes. She had missed their carefree moments, the laughter that lightened her heart. After school, they arrived at the cafe, the scent of fresh coffee and pastries enveloping them. They found a cozy corner and settled in, chatting about their favorite classes and dreams for the future. "I'm so proud of you, Lily," Emma said, sipping her drink. "You've really come a long way since, you know." Lily nodded, grateful for Emma's unwavering support. "It hasn't been easy, but I feel stronger. I just want to keep moving forward." Back at home, however, the atmosphere remained tense. Mark had been trying to be more considerate, but Lily still felt on edge whenever he entered a room. Her mother had set clear boundaries, but the fear of potential violations lingered. One evening, as they sat down for dinner, Mark attempted to engage Lily in conversation. "How's your art going? I've seen some of your paintings. They're impressive." Lily forced a smile. "Thanks, but I'd rather talk about something else." Mark's expression shifted, a flicker of irritation passing across his face. "You know, you could share your work with me. I'm just trying to help." Lily clenched her fists under the table, her anxiety bubbling to the surface. "I don't need your help, Mark. Please respect my space." Her mother looked up, sensing the tension. "Lily's right. We need to keep things respectful in this house." Mark's jaw tightened, but he nodded, clearly frustrated. The unspoken tension lingered in the air. That night, Lily texted Emma, asking if they could meet at the park for a walk. Emma arrived soon after, and they strolled beneath the stars. "Things are still tough at home, huh?" Emma asked gently. Lily sighed. "Yeah, I thought it would get easier, but sometimes it feels like walking on eggshells." Emma stopped and looked her in the eye. "You're not alone in this. You've got me. We'll figure it out together." Lily felt a warmth in her heart, grateful for her friend's unwavering support. Determined to take charge of her life, Lily began attending a local art workshop where she could express herself freely. The instructor, a passionate artist named Mia, encouraged her creativity and provided a safe space for young artists to explore their emotions. In one session, Mia asked everyone to create a piece that represented their personal journey. Lily poured her feelings into the canvas, using bold colors to depict both her struggles and her triumphs. During the workshop's final showcase, Lily stood nervously beside her artwork, titled "Breaking Free." As she explained her piece to the small crowd, she felt a surge of confidence. She spoke about her journey, the importance of reclaiming her voice, and the healing power of art. Afterward, several attendees approached her, offering compliments and sharing their own stories. In that moment, Lily realized how far she had come, not just in her art, but in her ability to connect with others. Back at home, Lily continued to set boundaries with Mark. Each time he overstepped, she calmly reiterated her need for space. With her mother's support, they discussed strategies to create a healthier environment. One evening, Lily found the courage to speak directly to Mark. "I know you're trying, but I need you to understand that I'm not comfortable with certain things. Please respect my boundaries." Mark's expression was unreadable, but he nodded. "I understand, Lily. I'll do better." As weeks turned into months, the dynamics in their household gradually shifted. While it wasn't perfect, Lily felt a sense of stability returning. Her mother remained vigilant, and Lily continued to assert her boundaries with confidence. She found joy in her art, often inviting Emma to join her in creative sessions. Together they painted, laughed, and dreamed about the future. One day, as Lily painted a mural on the side of her garage, she felt a deep sense of fulfillment. The colors burst with life, symbolizing her growth and resilience. Emma joined her, adding her own touches to the mural. "This is amazing, Lily. You should consider showcasing your work at the local gallery," Emma suggested, excitement in her voice. Lily paused, the idea swirling in her mind. "You really think so? Maybe I will." With newfound confidence, Lily submitted her artwork to the local gallery. When she received the acceptance email, she felt a rush of pride. At the opening night of the gallery, as she stood beside her piece, she reflected on her journey, the pain, the healing, and the strength she had found within herself. Surrounded by friends and supporters, she realized that while her past would always be a part of her, it no longer defined her. She had reclaimed her voice, her art, and her future.